What if I told you your lack of focus isn't your fault, but it is your responsibility? Because the truth is, you were never taught how to focus. You were taught how to scroll. You're not lazy. You're overstimulated, and no one ever showed you the way out. So today, we change that. Let's start with the first reason. You're addicted to noise. Not chaos, not drama, just noise. Background podcasts, TikToks during meals, music when you're walking, scrolling while watching Netflix. You never let your mind sit in silence. You don't even know what silence feels like anymore. And here's the trap. Your brain doesn't crave calm. It craves input. It craves the next thing, the next ping, the next update, the next hit. And focus requires friction, stillness, discomfort. But if your brain's been trained to sprint from boredom, you'll never sit long enough to focus. That's not just a bad habit. That's a nervous system hijack. Second reason, your attention isn't scattered. It's fractured. Think about this. You open your phone to reply to a message, end up checking 5 apps, forget to even respond. You start a task on your laptop, but somehow you're on YouTube and you don't remember how you got there. That's not distraction. That's disorientation. You're not losing focus. You're being pulled apart. Tiny fragments of attention, everywhere, all at once. And every time you switch tasks, you're burning mental fuel, cognitive switching costs. It's a real thing. And the worst part? You don't even notice it's happening until you feel burnt out by noon. Not because you did too much, but because you tried too much and never really landed anywhere. Third reason? You don't have a focus system. You rely on willpower. But willpower is weak under pressure. Discipline isn't about gritting your teeth. It's about creating conditions. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. If your environment is messy, if your schedule is reactive, if your tools are scattered, your mind mirrors that chaos. But when you structure your time, when you set clear anchors, when you protect your deep work, you become dangerous. Focus isn't just about what you do. It's about when, where, and how you do it. Control the inputs, and you regain the output. Fourth reason, you're living in micro-dopamine loops. Let me explain. Every notification, every like, every short-form video, they all release a tiny hit of dopamine. It feels good, for a second, but it costs you something. Over time, your brain gets used to the high-frequency, low-effort rewards. And then, reading a book feels boring. Studying feels impossible. Sitting still feels wrong. You've trained your brain to chase cheap hits, not deep satisfaction. Focus feels uncomfortable because your baseline is overstimulated, and until you break that loop, you'll keep reaching for distractions, even when you don't want them. Fifth reason, you're not tired. You're under-challenged. You've been stuck in shallow work, low-stakes tasks, mindless repetition. Of course you feel drained. Of course you can't focus. You're not using your full power. And here's the wild part. Your brain wants challenge. It craves it. But when all your effort goes into passive consumption, you lose the drive to build, to create, to push. You don't need more rest. You need more meaning. Big goals, real stakes, projects that scare you a little. Focus follows purpose. Without it, you're just floating. So now we zoom out. You thought this was just about focus. It's about identity. You've been operating like a consumer, a passive receiver of noise. But deep down, you're meant to be a creator, a force, a builder of things that last. Focus is your power. It's your leverage, and it's yours to reclaim. Not overnight, not perfectly, but moment by moment, breath by breath, task by task, you come back to yourself. So here's the challenge. Start small. Turn off notifications for 1 hour. Sit in silence for 10 minutes. Do one task and finish it. No tabs, no toggles, no tricks, just you and the work. You'll feel the friction. You'll feel the urge to escape. But push through, and you'll feel something even stronger, your power returning. And once you taste that clarity, you'll never settle for the fog again. You weren't built for distraction. You were built for depth. So go get it back.